Welcome back to the Growth Over Goals podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Montgomery, and I'm glad you're here today. It's just you and I hanging out. We've got a solo episode in store that I think will add value to your life personally and professionally. But before we go there, I want to make you aware of a couple of upcoming opportunities to take your growth to the next level. We have an event coming up in Jacksonville, Florida with John Maxwell, Ed Milet, and John Gordon. We're hosting a dinner. And then we have a full day event with John Gordon and Ed Milet, a day with John and Ed. I'm fortunate that I get to MC that event, get to host the dinner. And so again, if you want more information on that event, email ashley@montgomerycompanies.com. You can apply to get in. We would love to have you there with us in Jacksonville, Florida. And we have a handful of spots remaining. I also have an opportunity for you to join us next year on a year of growth and mentorship. We have a high capacity leaders group. We're going to be taking 100 leaders into a mentorship program that I'm hosting with John Maxwell and several other mentors from across the country. Involved in this program will be Jamie Kern-Lima, Ryan Leake, Liz Bohannon, Tim Story, Brad Lomenick, and so many others. Again, if you have interest in being mentored by John Maxwell and some of those leaders I just mentioned, including yours truly, email ashley@montgomerycompanies.com and we'll get you more information for that program as well. Hey, all of that said, we have some content and information to get to on today's podcast that I think will help you personally and professionally. This is part of a two-part series. Today's conversation is going to be focused on following well in mentorship settings. That is when you are learning, when you're growing, when you're being mentored, when you're in a one-on-one environment or a group environment, when you are a follower. Today is about following well. I also want to mention that I am always following. I don't know about you, but I hope that never stops, right? Like if you're too big to follow, you are too small to lead. So regardless of where you are in your leadership journey today, whether you're an emerging leader or an experienced leader, we have to remember that following well is a part of leading well. So today's conversation isn't just for the emerging leader. This is for anybody who wants to continue to learn, grow, and get the most out of situations when they are being mentored. I also want to mention this isn't just about getting the most out of situations, meetings, or events, but this is also about gaining more access to the people teaching you in these settings. Remember, honor produces access. When you honor the folks or honor the people who are teaching you, you will have greater access to the people teaching you. That is, you're more likely to get time with them and earn favor with them when you show them honor. Again, today's conversation, following well in mentorship settings. Anytime you are growing and learning, this applies to your personal life, it applies to your professional life. 3 frameworks, here we go. Number 1, own the meeting. Anytime you are a mentee, you are learning or growing, you want to own the meeting. Maybe that sounds backwards. You're thinking, but I'm not leading a meeting. Why would I own the meeting? Well, you're going to own the meeting because great leaders go to meetings before they start. That is, I want to come well prepared. The way that I prepare shows how much I care. John Maxwell taught me that years ago. If you want to show that you care, show up well prepared. It shows honor to the person teaching, but it also allows you to get the most out of that setting or out of that meeting. What questions do I need to ask? What's the content that we're going to cover? What is the purpose of the meeting? Who's likely to share or speak in this meeting? Who needs encouragement in this meeting? Who needs to be challenged in this meeting? I'm going to the meeting mentally before it starts. Robin Sharma said, everything happens twice, first in the mind, then in reality. As a follower, I want to own the meeting. I'm not going to take over the meeting. I'm just going to own the meeting. I'm going to make sure I show up as prepared as I can possibly be. Number 2, I want to ask for help and admit my struggle. Ask for help and admit your struggle. Why would we do that? Well, simply put, when you ask for help, you get help. Oftentimes, the help that you get is relative to how specific you are for the help that you ask for. A specific question will lead to a specific response. If you showed up prepared, you should be able to ask very specifically for the help that you need. The other reason this is important is your leader, the person teaching you, can't read minds. And so if it's a setting where you can speak up and share what's on your mind, I would just challenge you to be transparent, be vulnerable, ask for help. Finally, when you ask for help, you actually earn favor from the people teaching you, which sounds sort of backwards, right? It's like, how do I earn favor when someone's simply given the chance to help me? Well, Ben Franklin became famous for what we know today in social psychology as the Franklin effect. Here we go. The Franklin effect is a psychological phenomenon in which people like someone more after doing a favor for them. What do we know about Ben Franklin? He's famous for borrowing a book from a rival senator many, many years ago in his day. He wanted to earn favor with this rival senator. He asked to borrow a book. This is, of course, before the days of Amazon. The rival senator allows Ben to borrow this book. Ben reads it, sends a note back. Hey, thank you so much. It really helped me grow, added value. I appreciate your generosity. They grow this amazing friendship. Why did they grow an amazing friendship? Well, people like someone more after doing a favor for them. And an explanation for this would be cognitive dissonance. People reason that they help others because they like them, even if they do not. Ben Franklin proved this. Here's why he proved it. Because minds struggle to maintain logical consistency between action and perception. So again, when you ask for help and admit your struggle, not only do you get help, but you earn favor with the person helping you. Number 3, show your work. As a follower, I want to show my work. I want the person teaching me to know that I'm a person worth investing in. I'm not a person worth investing in because I simply say, I'm worth investing in. I'm going to show up prepared. I'm here. I want you to know that. I'm a person worth investing in because my actions say that about me. I'm going to start the next meeting with, hey, here's what I did from our last meeting. I took action in these 3 areas. You challenged me in this area and I took action on it. You gave me this feedback from our last meeting and I've been working on it. In other words, I'm closing the feedback loop. I'm starting the next meeting with the very thing that mentor talked about in the last meeting. A little bit harder to do in a group setting, easier to do in a one-on-one setting, but even in a group setting, make sure you show up from the previous interaction. Maybe it's been a month, maybe it's been 6 months, maybe it's been a year, maybe it was yesterday, but you say, hey, here's what I did with the information that you gave me. What are you doing? You're communicating to them through your action that you are a person worth investing in when you show your work. So quick review. What are we going to do? As a follower, when we're being mentored, we're going to own the meeting. Why? Because great leaders go to the meeting before it starts. It's a way to honor the person leading the meeting, and it's also a way for you to get the most out of the meeting. Number 2, you're going to ask for help and admit your struggle. Why? Because leaders cannot read your mind. You will get help when you ask for help. But number 2, you'll also earn favor with that person. An explanation for this is cognitive dissonance. People like someone more after doing a favor for them. Allow people to help you. Number 3, show your work. Close the feedback loop. Hey, last time we got together, this is what we talked about. I want you to know I've been taking action. I'm a person worth investing in. And the way that you know that is because I went and did something about it. I took action. I'm allowing my actions to speak for me. I hope this helps you in following well, personally, professionally. I don't know where today finds you. If you're being mentored one-on-one, I don't know if you're being mentored by one person, 5 people. My hope is that it's many. My hope is that you're learning in group environments. You're learning in one-on-one environments. But for you to get the most out of those environments, I would suggest you just apply these 3 frameworks. And again, it's not just about getting the most out of the environment. It's about honoring the people who are teaching and leading you. What do we know about honor? Honor produces access. You will have more access, more favor, and more opportunities with the people teaching you and leading you when you show them honor. Hey, this has been another episode of the Growth Over Goals podcast. I'm excited next episode to dive into 3 frameworks for leading well. We're going to give you 3 things to think about when you are the mentor, when you're leading a meeting, whether it be one-on-one or in a group setting. All of this is profoundly simple. You can go do this today. You don't have to know more. You don't have to do more. You can apply these 3 frameworks for following in any situation right now. Same thing for next episode. We're going to give you 3 frameworks for leading that you can apply right now, whether you're leading 1 person, 100 people, 1,000 people, etc. Every time we get together and do this podcast, we want this information to help the leader go farther, faster, and make sure that it's inclusive and relevant, regardless of where you find yourself on the leadership journey. I want to give a shout out to our producers at Storyline Multimedia, John Choate, for all the work that he does behind the scenes. God bless you. Be well. Have an amazing day. We'll catch you back on the Growth Over Goals podcast again real soon.